Hi, my name is Kalechi and I get to talk about how I achieved this look, although technically I haven't finished. So for me, this look is more of like a mix between my everyday versus go out with the girls. For my everyday makeup, I would usually just use the Fenty Easy Drop, more of like a skin tint. But for when you're going out with the girls, I actually use foundation. I use a little bit more concealer. I'll use some setting powder. Not too aggressive, but it looks like she's getting things together. So I'm just gonna kind of have some powder on. So for me, when I achieve this look, I always start with my eyebrows. I use the Too Faced eyebrow. I love this. I just love it. And I start, and that way you kind of have this, not an intense, she got her eyebrows done, but it's a nice, clean, aesthetic look. I use my LA Girl concealer just to get an even tone around my face. And then my mixture of foundations is what I think is key, just to achieve not a super intense coverage, but enough that you feel really beautiful and comfortable and you feel fancy enough. So I always go with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer maple. I have really dark under eye, so it just, after you color correct, it snatches your entire face. It says, girl, we're ready. I love it. And I conceal first. And I believe concealing first is a really good trend. It's a really good technique if you don't like too much makeup or you're not necessarily a pro at concealing, because in that way, if you put foundation first and then conceal, the mistake is clear. But when you conceal first, you can conceal the areas and then you can now use your foundation to either blend in where maybe you concealed aggressively, or your foundation also doesn't have to be too heavy. You just work and blend in with the concealer. Another trick is putting the foundation on your hand, and that way again you can control how much product you're putting on your face, which reflects on how you look like it in real life. You don't look too cakey, you don't look too aggressive. Next, what I like to do after I spray setting is mascara. Mascara takes the look anywhere you want it to go. Okay, some people like lashes. Sometimes you don't have time for lashes if you're just having, drinks after work. So my go-to mascara is Better Than Sex by Too Faced. And so I have very curly lashes, which a lot of black girls have. So one of my favorite tricks is to brush on top first, and that stretches out the lashes first, and then go over. And that gives you a little bit more of an edge, especially if you're not gonna, and you can do it multiple times before it dries. So I love this technique because it gives you some length without actually having to put on fake lashes when you don't have the time, but you want to look good. Let's get into it. See the difference? Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go under here. And then over. Okay. Another thing I like about this look is that it's easy to fix because it's not too heavy. So if you feel like, oh, that's too much powder or whatever, you can go over with a beauty blender. Okay. Now, for this look to really be not super basic, it's the lips. I am gonna now use my ColourPop lip liner. Now I have two-tone lips, so the lip color you choose has to complement that. So I like to do a lip combo so that I'm able to work with my two-tone lips. Now I use the NYX Butter Gloss. This gloss is untouchable. It's good coverage. It's good color on dark lips. This color is Madeline. It's good color. It shows up. Not all colors show up on darker lips. Rub together. Honey, that is a look. Now, if you have, I have a little bit of a darker pink here. You can use the same pencil, kind of color in that area. It will still rub off, but it won't be as pink if you don't want it to be. So that is my 30 and flirty makeup look, drinks out with the girls. You see the highlight? You know, it's a simple but covered look.